Okay, you're in the shot, Kyle.
Want me to move?
No,
you
you
can be
can be the shot.
I don't know if I deserve to be in the same screen space as Gorby.
I'm covering my brain with my can.
Alright, hey internet, it's TIGRadio number 21.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think it's 21. We're here with
Gorby Timpson.
yeah, local game developer. We found him. We're doing our best to expose up and coming developers, and not just the developers that have been around. So Gorby, tell us about yourself.
My name is Gorby Timpson. I'm developing a game called Gray Haired, which is about a ninja grandparent that's battling Alzheimer's who can't actually navigate his house. That several higher studios or rather publishers are actually interested in, which is a little overwhelming. But I'm from Sun City. I graduated from Collins College. I saw a couple of their advertisements about tightening graphics, and I thought that was kind of funny, but it turns out their school is actually really good. So there's that.
Nice. So how did you? How long have you been working on your game?
For about 2.5 months. I had developed some previous Flash games. The Ground is Lava, and you can play that one on Newgrounds, as well as a game called. Actually, I don't even want to talk about that game because the other developer that was involved is kind of a pap smear, and yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
Sounds like it's pretty hard.
Yeah,
talk about that.
It's not good.
So someone has already asked in the chat, what are the tattoos on your arms?
Which ones? Or just in general?
They haven't responded yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when are they going to respond? It's a little weird.
We'll wait.
Okay.
in general.
Yeah, this is very nerve-wracking. Normally I don't post things on the internet. I try to keep my website very minimal. I delete my blog posts at the end of every month so that nobody can steal any of my thoughts or ideas. Because that's the last thing you actually want. Why is this funny, Matthew? This isn't you check.
I'm not laughing.
All right, making me very uncomfortable.
You're making me very uncomfortable.
Good. But the tattoos, I'll get closer. So there's a tattoo of a tooth because my sister died getting her wisdom teeth out because she was allergic to Novocaine, and it's actually really hard with it being Father's Day and everything. I don't really want to talk about that too much. I have half of a hamburger. There's nothing really ironic about the hamburger.
Somebody found the Ground is Lava game.
Oh, they like that?
It's on Congregate.
It used to be on Newgrounds too.
Well, maybe Congregate stole it.
I wonder if one of the other programmers put that on there.
A game by Ben, Brian, and Nolan.
Yeah, I also have another pseudonym that I use.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, you don't want to play that with
with the proper headphones.
No.
Ben's here. Ben, you missed the intro of the show.
I had to pee. It was terrible timing. Sorry.
So yeah, we're here talking with Gorby.
Cool.
Gorb. Do you like to go by Gorby or Gorb?
Either way. My parents call me Gorb, so even though it's Gorb.
What kind of name is Gorby?
It's a weird name.
You ever get teased?
All the time.
Sounds like an obscure Arizona town name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how did you get into game development? I mean, before the show, you mentioned something about your uncle.
Well, my Uncle Russell, who's a truck driver, got really addicted to playing his Atari Lynx, and he had this game called Slime World, I think it was called, where you had to shoot slime all over the walls. And I remember telling me about it all the time when I was about 10 years old. I was like, I really have to explore this slime world. And I couldn't find an Atari Lynx anywhere, but I found out they remade it for the Sega Genesis, and once I played that game, I knew that I had to actually make games because of that game. And for those of you who haven't played Slime World, you really, really, really need to play that.
Is it still good?
It's still good. It still holds up. Yeah. It's kind of like a Metroid-y, Tetris-y, Slime World-y kind of game.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Did we already talk about what he's working on?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, gray-haired.
Cool.
So who's interested in gray-haired?
Who isn't interested in gray-haired?
You probably can't talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't want to name specific people, because that would be breaking some non-disclosure agreements. Even though at the core of my indie values. I don't really agree with non-disclosure agreements at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your take on the current indie atmosphere?
Huzzah!
Hold on, internet. There's some drunk people out there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of drunk people at this location that we're at, which is a little strange.
Yeah, you don't like drinking?
Oh, I love drinking.
Is that the core of your indie values?
That's part of it.
Drinking?
Yeah, like it's a little sad because they only have like name brands like Miller Lite present here. Like I don't know if you guys can see this Miller Lite. Normally I keep to breweries that are within a 15 square mile radius of my home in Sun City, which really leaves me with very few options. There's a Rock Bottom in Glendale, and
Probably Papago.
Papago's a little bit further away. Like I do appreciate some of their stuff.
It's kind of outside your radius.
Yeah, like well, the nice thing is there's a few bars that have some of their brews on tap, and so I bring my growlers there and hang out at the mobile home where my parents are from in Sun City.
Cool. So how hard is it for you as a up-and-coming indie developer to kind of get stuff done? What's your take on that in the current indie climate?
What do you mean, like just a matter of how to get work done, or?
Well, how hard was it for you to get contacted by all these? All these
Oh,
publishers?
well, part of it is just going to GDC and talking to as many people as I possibly can. I brought actually several different kinds of printable Valentines that you can get at Valentine's. They had these really sweet Kim Possible ones, and I actually signed them all. Check out my game website, gorbgames.com, and a lot of those people thought it was really funny, and so I actually gave them all really shitty Valentines, because as you guys all know, GDC happens right after Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, conspiracy?
Might as well be.
At what stage of the game are you at? How done is it?
It's about 47% complete, according to my milestone chart that I built in Excel.
Holy shit.
Which makes me disgusted. I usually use the open office type stuff, but unfortunately the people that I have to negotiate with only accept Excel spreadsheets. I know you can export those out in any format you want, but they're pretty adamant, and they paid for my copy of Microsoft Office 2007, so that's what I have to use.
Doesn't sound very indie.
Yeah, well, the good news is I'm running it all in some virtual machine on my Linux Mac booted VMware machine, so there's that.
Cool.
It's 47%.
Yeah, 47%.
How much longer do you think?
Well, given our current time frame, we're hoping to have it done by our holiday season, which will be at the end of November, but I foresee it launching before GDC next year.
Who's we?
Yeah.
Me and a couple of the people that I have outsourced that would prefer to be named anonymously.
Oh, why's that?
Because of the climate in the indie games community, where the minute you start getting like attention or any sort of like feedback in any online community, there's immediately hatred towards you, because any modicum of success just equals the hatred of people who are jealous of you and really wish that they had been the people that came up with an Alzheimer's Ninja climbing game. And
It always boils down to the ideas.
yeah, it's like
you
I
gotta be
mentioned
really careful
before,
about
you have to,
considering
that's
ideas.
why I delete my blog every week.
That's a really smart idea. by the
Yeah,
way.
so that way the more traffic I get on my website, I don't have to worry about anybody like finding any like glimmers of game designs or anything like that. Like I can just wipe all that stuff off.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Google's not going to get it. No one's going to get it.
one of the other things I like to do is I like to change the domain name on my website pretty frequently. So Gorb Games is the current model, but I might have to change that in a couple of weeks.
Sorry, he keeps pushing the camera back. This is his first video thing.
Yeah, it's kind of stressing me out a little bit. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like I'm
seem-
in some sort of like
You seem nervous.
weird fucked up chat roulette thing where I'm being bullied by a bunch of the indie elite.
It's like,
So
yeah, it's like a 60-minute chat roulette.
yeah.
Just pretend you're on chat roulette. I hear that's how you spend a lot of your
So
time.
is that what I need to take my pants off? And is that what people need to see? Some
Gorby, goddamn it.
Gorby.
We're trying to run an internet show here. We're warned about you.
people are gonna start thinking that TIGRadio actually stands for This Is Gorby Radio.
Yeah, that's a common misconception already.
Oh, that's very very odd. Yeah, actually, I had a Teague source ID for a matter of 3 or 4 hours. I saw the type of people that were on the community, and I decided that maybe this isn't the type of thing where my ideas could be like poisoned and put all over the internet and people could steal them.
Huh. Was it specific people or just a collective thing?
It was more of a collective thing.
Huh.
Like, I'm sure that I've met some of you guys at GDC. I've volunteered at GDC several times, so...
Oh, it's the CA program?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a CA since 99.
No.
God, that makes me feel old. How old are you?
I am almost 30 years old. 28 to be exact, if you're curious.
I was a little bit curious.
Oh, okay.
What's your date of birth?
It is June 6th of 82.
Just checking the math.
What are you checking his math for? Let him talk.
I'm gonna point the camera at you.
That's
Ben.
fine. Point the camera at me so Gorb can talk. Anyway.
So someone in the chat said I wasn't under the impression people stole ideas, especially on TIGs.
Well, here's a perfect example. I don't know if you guys have seen all of the recent Shadow games.
I have. There's a number of Shadow games.
Yeah, that's a little disheartening, especially the new Echo Chrome that I saw at E3. Especially since somebody that I have met through some of the IGDA meetings has expressed that they are making a Shadow game, and they had been for a while. And it's funny to see all these other games like, oh, we're going to be Shadow games too. I thought that was kind of scary. Also with like the puzzle platformer kind of hybrids, like I saw some of that stuff kind of before then, and it's just very disheartening. Like it seems like because of the age of the internet and information is so immediate that information just gets spread out that quick, and anybody can steal your ideas. And if they have the money to develop those ideas, then they can definitely steal them. I felt that was really rambly. I've already had.
It's getting there. Just have some more beer.
Yeah, all right.
We got another 48 minutes to go.
Nice.
How do you guys do this every week? That is
Usually I'm really drunk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We usually get beer in ourselves first too, so it's no
Okay.
big deal.
Well, yeah. I mean, part of the problem is we usually have accomplished indie developers who have things to talk about, so it's a little bit more difficult with you.
Oh, I apologize. Would you guys like to find out what my favorite color is?
Okay.
I actually don't have one because that actually is a character fault.
Oh,
If you had to say that you prefer a color over another color, then you are a completely ignorant retard.
Of the nature of color.
Yeah.
Alright.
But what about people that are colorblind? They can't say they have a favorite color.
That's a bold stance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not really that bold of a
It's kind
stance. It's more of a caps lock stance.
Okay.
So how does it feel taking one for the team? I mean, these guys are staying anonymous and you're not. I mean, how does that feel?
Well, I really made sure not to broadcast that I was going to be on TIGRadio at all. I had met you guys online through various things and through random IGDA meetings, and the other
Yeah, I
two.
saw you at a meeting like 2 months ago. I thought you were a hobo. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I did clean it up a little bit.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, thanks. I cut my hair myself.
I see that.
Yeah, yeah, it's very nice because you can reverse your haircut. Like, so if you go this way,
Oh.
so it's a whole new you.
That's flexible as
Whole new
shit.
you. So like if you get kicked out of a specific venue for being way too abrasive and anarchist in nature, then you're just like, oh, hold on a second, that was my twin. You can let me in right
you
now.
think the tattoos would probably make it difficult.
That's
to
why I
do
wear a
that.
long sleeve shirt.
Alright, I got you.
Fuck. Oh, that's cool.
You always have an answer for everything.
Let's try to.
So, are there any questions from the chat?
Yeah.
While you're looking, I have a question.
Yes.
Who are you making the game for? Who's the game you're making for?
Well, because I'm from Sun City and I see people spiraling into dementia and everything, it's very, very easy to
You
make.
need to explain that. Like, what is Sun City? It's basically like a city for retirement people, right?
Yeah, it's a retirement. It's a very big retirement community. It's the biggest, actually, outside of Florida. So a lot of people, because apparently the heat makes people live longer, which actually you think that would be the opposite.
Yeah.
But a lot of old people move to Arizona to Sun City because of the climate, and they're also referred to as snowbirds. So sometimes they go and like stay at their son's house for a few months when it's 120 degrees out. But I see a lot of people just kind of spiraling in and out of their sanity, and I thought that'd be a really good game mechanic.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that right now, but, you know, okay.
So I mean, you
What are you
want
trying to
them-
say?
Nothing, Robert.
All right, I'll ask questions.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've had a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
point
of
this at Ben because
That's
it's
fine.
making me very uncomfortable.
That's fine. So it's for them. I mean,
Well, it's
How are you gonna
inspired by
distribute
them.
it?
I don't think if given their state of dementia, I don't think any of them, even if I like were to give them the game every single day, would even remember who I was, and let alone learn how to use something that requires very good hand-eye coordination.
Sure. Okay, so it's inspired by them. Who
Yes,
do you want
very
playing
inspired.
it when it's done?
I'd actually like as few people possible to play it. Like, once the game gets... If all the hype and everything pushes it out, I'm going to leave that to a marketing team. I'll probably legally change my name. I'll move to another city and start all the way over and start a new game development studio there, because I'd really not like any success attributed to me, because we all know if you're an independent game developer and success actually gives you a little bit of stardom, it destroys your credibility as an independent game developer.
Wow. So if it does really, really well, and you've got the opportunity to make a ton of money, and it starts spreading all over the place, you're not going to take any of it. You're just going to move on and
No, we'll just
transform.
What we'll do is we'll make up something like the game was developed in such a way that the actual people, when they released the game, were killed in some like heinous van wreck or something.
So you almost want people completely forgetting that someone made it.
Yeah, like
Most
I
people
would
should
rather it
forgotten.
be more of a Warholian thing where like it's just so like anybody could have made it. It didn't have to be any specific person.
That's interesting.
Are you aware of any other developers that are doing fully anonymous game development right now?
Well, that's actually a very ironic question, because if they're fully anonymous,
Well,
I've heard that Cactus is actually 4 different people.
like Shakespeare was.
Yes.
That would explain some things.
Yeah, that would explain a lot of things. And I heard Phil Fish is actually an entire middle school of...
Where are you hearing this shit? Seriously, where are you hearing this shit? We hang out with these people at GDC. Where are you hearing this shit? Oh my god. Ugh.
My silence speaks
I'm
volumes.
just curious. This is crazy shit.
Well, there's a couple of private message boards that I've been invited to,
Okay.
based on my DNS ID on my computer, which I have to maintain using my 3G wireless internet from my AT&T that never works. But every once in a while, I'll just see like, hey, did you know that Phil Fish was these 2 other people? It's like, that has got to be a goddamn lie. But then I met 2 of the people, and they are definitely Phil Fish.
Wow. That's weird.
I'm going to point this back at you.
Okay.
You're not going to shit your pants in fright.
It's okay.
It's Dan's house. He'll clean it up. He'll find it in like 2 weeks from now.
Did you
Yeah.
tell them we're at Dan's house?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
at...
yeah,
We're
yeah.
at
Internet now.
you can see this sweet artwork that you got off DeviantArt.
But you told
So anybody have any questions?
They're telling us to be nice to you.
Yeah, you're being kind of an ass, so...
Well, it's
Not you.
kind of
No,
intimidating.
I was being
yes.
kind of an ass. I find your story incredible, sir.
Thank you.
Being
Sorry.
a dick right now.
So I'm fine. Point the camera at me, and then back at you.
God
I
damn.
said absinthe, all right.
They had absinthe.
Yeah, just
So-
as proof.
Gorby brought us some absinthe.
Yeah, I brought some absinthe.
See if we can
Apparently
get that up
makes
there.
Matthew very abrasive. Normally we're very professional.
This is actually what I use to come up with a lot of my game ideas. Like,
Really?
I'll-
Absinthe?
Yeah, that, and I'll go into one of the people in my neighborhood, which is actually a retirement community. I'll go into one of their homes and ask them to talk about one of their children that hadn't talked to them in a few months, and see what type of ideas they could actually
Do you
generate
ever
from
pretend
them.
to be their children?
I don't really want to answer that question, truthfully.
So there's some questions here from the
Okay.
chat. It's just where can I see some stuff about your games, and then what is your inspiration? Why do you make games?
Well, people talk all the time about how independent filmmakers have these like really crazy ideas on like Harmony Korine with his Trash Humpers video. Have you guys heard of this movie, Trash Humpers?
No.
Well, Harmony Korine, the director of Gummo and Kids and Julian Donkey Boy, made a movie where it's like 3 people that are transients that go around humping trash. I thought, wow, like if somebody like that can make movies and he can just do whatever he wants, like I should be able to make games that kind of deal with weird social, economical type of backgrounds, and then explore things that aren't normally explored by games like Alzheimer's.
So yeah, it seems like gray haired is kind of your take on old people.
Yeah, like I think a lot of old people are very beautiful and have like very interesting history. That's why I decided to make the old person retired ninja. But
Why the ninja? Why was that important?
I'm trying to capitalize on that whole Adult Swim type of thing, where they don't really explain where their ideas mean. A lot of them are really contrived and everything, but in order for me to gain some sort of notoriety, I need to do something that people will immediately recognize, like ninjas or unicorns or robots or something like that, even though I find it hackneyed and against my core indie beliefs. Just the mere thought of it makes me want to put a cigarette out on my penis.
Okay.
Jesus, don't do that to
Gorby.
yourself.
I'm just being abrasive. I apologize. There is a
Well,
lot
don't
of
put
drunk
cigarettes out on yourself.
shouting outside.
Yeah, there's a lot of drunk outside.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what sort of music inspires you?
Well, there's what do you regard as music? Do you regard that as something you would find in the iTunes music store? Because if that is the
No,
case, then-
anything like if it's music concrete or
Sound.
John Cage, things like that.
Well, the first music that I ever heard that really inspired me is one of the neighbor's grandkids came over and they actually made a guitar out of a box of tissues and some rubber bands, and they were playing that, and it sounded like the most beautiful post rock I've ever heard. Like, it made Godspeed You Black Emperor sound like Coldplay, and the immediate time I heard that, like, I knew that music, the future of music is actually going by people's houses with a tape recorder and listening to them practice their instruments, whether it be a piano, whether it be a guitar, whether it be a recorder, whether it be some sort of Guitar Hero a cappella shit. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Whoa.
There's a couple more.
I was just offering you some more beer.
Oh, okay, thank you.
There's actually another one over here.
Nice. Huh.
Whole double fist of shit. That's what Gorby does. Gorby also talks in first
There's a
person.
question from the chat from
Yeah.
Kyle.
What?
Oh, how did
Are you
they
getting
know Kyle's
interviewed
here?
for Indie Games Movie?
They haven't interviewed me yet.
That's weird because they contacted me.
Yeah. See, like Gorby.
Sorry, bros.
Yeah, Gorby's more famous than me, so I don't think I'm famous enough for making a movie.
Right, yeah, you have to talk a lot and be on TikToks all the time.
Yeah, I have to have at least 2,500 posts in the Tig forums.
Right.
Let's not even get started on Twitter followers either.
Right.
That's why I don't have a Twitter account or a Facebook account for that matter.
I thought it was because you didn't have any friends.
No, it has nothing to do with that. There's plenty of people, especially from my elementary or high school, that would love to be friendly on there. But you know what it
They
is?
must be really jealous by now.
Well, I try to maintain quite the obscurity, so I don't actually talk to any of my high school friends, but I run into them from time to time at the local grocery store or whatever, what have you.
I mean, where do you socialize? You gotta hang out somewhere with some people.
There are very few hangouts for people like myself, especially in Sun City, because the age demographic is so different. Normally what I'll do is I will try to meet up with a group of people on Craigslist, and I'll put out an ad for just a bunch of random adjectives, and I'll see what kind of people show up, and I'll try to challenge them for a game of Scrabble. But I use a different rule set, so a lot of them get very, very frustrated with me and end up leaving. That's normally where I hang out. That might sound weird to you guys, but it's this new cool thing called Scrabbling on Craigslist, which is probably too indie for you guys to all know about, so I apologize for that.
I've heard of that.
You're full of shit.
Matthew's lying. Matthew's not indie at all.
Sounds like a party. Yeah, there's a party actually outside.
Yeah, there is. They're
Yeah,
playing some sweet Swedish dance music. Let me reverse my haircut back.
Breaking story, Dan Tabar does not work on games, but instead has bros over for
Yeah,
pool parties.
a lot of steakheads here.
It's all steak out there.
Yeah.
That's why we're in the
I'm gonna have a look.
Is there any more questions for me on the thing?
Yeah, I'm surprised this isn't
What
more
rules?
provocative.
Yeah, there's not a lot of what rules, I guess, about the Scrabble game.
Oh wow, of course you're asking about that.
Okay, so
They want to start their
a
own.
lot of times where I will change a letter to actually be a vowel. So we'll make B's.
Are you worried about
U's.
people stealing these rules before you go too deep into it?
No, I think anybody can adapt these because Scrabble is a game that plenty of people ripped off, like Words of Friends on the iPhone or
It's older than chess.
what was that?
It's older than chess.
What Scrabble is? I'm gonna have to Wikipedia that.
Well, that's fine. Oh, right now.
Yeah.
We'll do that and tell people the rules.
I tried to scratch off the Apple on the back of my iPhone because I didn't want people to know that I supported a big corporation like Apple, but this plastic is a little more resilient than I had previously thought. I should have kept a case on it so nobody would have known. Let me look this up on Wikipedia.
We'll wait.
No. I'm eating chips.
Is there any more block?
You can
No, I mean,
probably finger it
but
out.
I don't want to finger anything.
Yeah, somebody pointed out on the IRC that my website was made with iWeb, and that's true because iWeb is a very, very easy tool to use to erase all of your blog history. Apple equals indie, bullshit. Linux equals indie. Fuck you, whoever that person
He
is.
said not equals.
Not equals?
Yeah.
I can't read that far. It's because I have to buy these old people glasses because that's all they have. That is not fucking
I know it's
funny.
not funny.
Fuck you.
But it's
Let's
Well,
point.
it's the bastard now.
Let's
No,
point. Let's
it's
point
Sun
over.
City.
Let's
Dude,
point the photo over there.
okay.
We said we'd give Gorby the whole hour without.
no, I didn't mean to interrupt. I've been in Arizona my whole life. I know the legends of Sun City. It's all people over the age of like 150. I understand that. It made me laugh because it's true. You wouldn't have access to Ray-Bans or PacSuns.
Now, PacSun, fuck that place.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is, but it's fucking anyways. It sounds corporate.
Yeah, it's corporate as shit. It's in every mall ever. What are you making your game in?
I'm making it in an amalgam of JavaScript and Unity.
You combine the two?
This is high band. Yeah, you really can't see anything.
Yeah, I
Want to
really
make that
can't.
text bigger for you?
Yeah, blow that shit up to like at least 30-point font.
Ah, fuck, I can't. Ah, fail. Well, whatever, dude.
Okay. Is there any other questions? Like, I feel like the
We have another half an hour.
Okay,
Yeah, I feel like the
fuck.
community's falling down here. We bring before the best and the brightest and the up and coming starlets. You're IGF bound, sir.
Can Gorby speak to his outfit?
Gorbles?
Gorbles.
Gorbles, idiots.
Gorbles?
Makes you sound like some sort of Nazi war
Who
criminal.
designed his clothes?
Who designed my clothes? That's actually a very, very
It's a
good
black
question.
and white version of Who Wears Waldo.
All right.
Colors are not indie as hell.
So, in order for me to maintain my indie status, what I'll actually do is I'll buy clothes from several different stores and I'll cut the t-shirts along the seam. Like, you'll see the seam right here. This is actually 2 different t-shirts. It took me a fuckload of time to, like, re-sew this so that the stripes match. But the back stripes are from an American Apparel shirt and the front stripes are from a Target shirt. So that actually makes it a Gorby shirt. So all my clothes, what I'll do is I'll separate all of them and remix them so they actually become something that isn't corporate at all. I know that American Apparel exploits women and everything, but only half of this exploits women. The other half is some corporate bullshit Target chain, and nobody cares about Target. They don't do anything exploiting women. They might exploit Red and White and Helvetica, but who gives a fuck about that? Ben just laughed at that, but I think Helvetica is an easily exploitable thing since
No, I
it's used
agree.
for stop signs.
I agree. I just had never thought of it like that. They're
I
very
think there's some in the
Helvetica
chat.
intense.
So
What?
a couple more questions from the chat.
Yeah.
How can you have indie status if no one knows who you are? Isn't that the definition of indie status?
That is the fucking definition of indie, you fucking idiot. Like, if nobody knows who you are, that is the ultimate thing you want as an indie video game developer. That is the most retarded question I think I've ever been, like, jizzed on.
Who was that? Was that someone we know?
Yeah, it was KG. And they responded bollocks.
Oh,
Bollocks, so they must be from some
They're
sort
not,
of...
not even American. Not even American.
what do you feel about new developers from outside of America?
What was that?
What do you feel about indie developers from outside of America?
I'd say that some of the most important indie game developers are Dylan Cuthbert, Nolan Tabner, Patrick Bergschneider. I actually wrote a list because I knew you guys were going to be answering me that or asking me that question. And also, you were right. Scrabble was invented before chess.
Okay, that's what I heard that on like Channel 8.
Let me pull up my notes real quick. Jesse Moynihan, who has this really good comic called Forming. He also makes games. I figured out this is Gorby as played by Steve Swink. I am not Steve Swink, you fucktard.
the fuck? Who has said that shit?
Steve Swink isn't even here.
He's in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where he is today.
He went to the airport this morning, so he's somewhere else that's not here.
Oh yeah, he did talk in Chicago.
Yeah.
How convenient that he leaves town and Gorby
Yes.
actually. Yeah,
Wow, not cool.
I don't know.
Wow.
People get angry about Gorby.
Yeah, WoW is not cool.
We thought we'd give you a fair shake, Gorby.
Eh,
How do you feel about your reputation as a
Where is your beard?
It's not
Like, are
Steve, you fucking
Wait a
idiots.
minute, like is beard in reference to like a homosexual's wife?
Is that? I've never heard that.
Yeah, that's like a homosexual man has like a wife or like a girlfriend.
Oh, that's
the beard.
Okay. The beard.
Wow.
No, that makes sense.
I've never heard
Curly
that
mustache.
used.
What?
That's neither.
That is common internet knowledge.
Beard?
Yeah,
I didn't
like
know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
what?
I want some more guacamole.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Finger some out of this.
No, there's more out there.
Yeah, actually, I think that is funny that indie people do have beards. KG.
You guys got to get out more. I agree with this statement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're in
I don't
here
disagree
doing
with
TIG
that.
Radio so you guys can have
Access
more
to
knowledge
people,
and
yeah.
access to people that you would otherwise have never discovered or have never been able to contact because we're really hard to get in touch with. I mean, we're on the other side of that divide.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You need to
It's
reflect
hard.
a light beam.
yeah,
from the
you need
universe.
to make an appointment to contact me.
Right.
And Gorby,
Well, yeah, because I mean, you're running like the entire GDC.
well, these days I am.
Yeah, and like all the internet and shit.
I run every,
Yeah,
I'll run
Tig
off
Source runs out of your home
So my
computer, so it's kind of fucked up.
Actually, we do have Tig Source.
No, I know.
Yeah,
Discussing
that's how I
every
keep.
day.
That's how I keep tabs and everything.
Right.
Yeah, if you send a PM on Tig Source, private my ass.
Okay, he's joking.
Alright.
that was a joke. We
Can
don't
you guys-
look at PMs.
I can't read these questions. You can't.
Can you give us a little tour of the Monopoly? We could give you a tour, but
Just hold it up to the window.
Yeah,
Show him what's going on
then
outside
we
the
have
window.
to.
When I talk about Matthew to
I'll show you the window, but I'm not going to walk around this party with a bunch of
Yeah,
bros.
to show.
Hold on, moving the microphone. I don't know if he's still here.
This is what Cortex Command development is actually like. This is
Yep. There it all is. Drink it in.
Some more ladies over this side.
That's how you know this is not an indie
Can you put
party.
the blinds up or?
I could, but that would reveal me. So trying to stay in the fog of war, as it were.
Oh,
So anyway,
you just want to scout. You don't engage.
there's some more Gorby for you.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Too late, man.
Oh my god.
The internet.
That's fine.
Jesus Christ.
That's been on plenty Chevrolet.
That's how he makes his money. You haven't talked about his money.
Yeah, so how do you support yourself?
Swindle old people.
I shut up.
Well, there's a couple of websites that a lot of people don't know that they can actually use. One of the biggest sponsors, and I actually do not want to look into the camera when I say this, so that way people can't tie this to me. But one of my biggest sponsors is AdultFriendFinder.com, where I actually set up a webcam and I just start working it as hard as I can.
The webcam needs to see your gestures, sir.
You can't
No.
see that though, because
They
it's
can go to
on
Adult
Ben.
Friend Finder and look for themselves.
Type in Gorby.
Just
Find
search
the Gorby profile.
Gorb board.
There's a lot of money in Sun City.
Yeah, there is. You're telling me that there's a lot of money there. I know that.
Only 25 more minutes.
24
This is the
5 more
worst,
minutes.
worst decision ever was to bring you on TIGRadio.
No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna go down and
Because
record.
as soon as that fucking game's done, he's gonna totally
That's true.
erase
As soon as
himself.
it's an IGF finalist.
And then disappear. Oh, yeah, shit. Are you gonna submit it to
He's
IGF?
gonna cross the divide. We'll never see him again.
Right.
I'm actually submitting it to RIGF, which is the real Independent Games Festival, which is hosted
RIGF?
in RIGF.
Did you use the rules from Paul Ayres? Because he was going to do his own
Yeah.
festival.
He submitted his own rules to.
I really support Paul Ayres, actually. I think that he is a visionary, A. B, he knows everything about being an independent game developer. And C, he's got a good name.
All right. I mean, I can't argue with that, but.
Well,
It's
you're
kinda-
it
it's pretty
sounds like
intense.
you're going to argue
No,
with
no,
it.
no. It's just it's pretty extreme.
Those are the facts.
It's pretty extreme.
I think we should just meditate for the next 20 minutes.
We should just start.
That trance music. Can you guys actually hear the trance music?
Can you guys hear this sweet
This
trance music?
Yeah, he was playing.
No one's even responding. I think they've all spaced out. We're gaining listeners though. It's 23 people out there.
Hi, 23 people.
Does Edmund McMillan have a brother? Bedman.
Well, you failed.
I tried. I tried my best.
The heartbeat of the Monopoly.
That's Greg.
What's that mean?
Nothing. There's no Monopoly. Don't you worry your pretty little head.
Did you guys ever see that episode of Ren and Stimpy when they called Monopoly monotony?
No.
'Cause that's what it is.
Okay.
That's scathing. And typical of Ren and Stimpy.
Can you guys see me okay? Does anybody have any questions for Gorby?
Yeah, there's a question. How many people do you work with, and how do you know them?
I work with 2 people, one of which I met from Collins College, another person I met through the IGDA.
So they're also locals?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we know them? Well, the IGDA guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
how anonymous are they?
Collins is kind of a sewer faucet connected directly to the job market. We don't really see anyone going through there.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, a couple of them will visit those, but they act like they're just regular bar patrons. They don't actually pay attention. They just sit there and drink and then take notes. And then when they're done with the meetings, we'll all convene and say, okay, this is what's going on in Arizona's independent gaming community. That's what we know is going on.
You know the I in IGDA doesn't stand for independent. It stands for international.
I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm sure it stands for
I have another
international. I don't
beer,
care. All right. We'll open another one.
Yeah, let's get some more beer in this business. Oh, shit.
I'm putting on the other Gorby.
Are there any non-indie games you've liked?
Yeah.
Non-other indie games I've liked?
Yeah, non-indie games you've liked.
Well,
Yeah, who made Slime World? That had to have been like an old corporate game.
Slime World, I think anything over 20 years old is indie. Like, if you think about it.
But it might have been made with a lot of money though.
I don't think Slime World made that much money. I'm going to look that up on Wikipedia right now.
Are you
Slime
actually looking
World.
up Wikipedia, or are you just like playing Drop 7 or something?
What the hell is Drop 7?
That's what Steve plays. Don't make this
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
Isn't that an indie game?
Drop 7?
Yeah.
I think so.
No.
I think one dude.
It was area code.
Oh, was it?
Slime World. Has anybody on Teak Source played Slime World for real?
Dude, you shouldn't raise your voice at the internet. I'm sorry.
Fuck them.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, fuck them. Have they played Slime World?
What
or
do you
not?
always say, Kyle? Let's put Kyle in the air.
Yeah, Kyle, talk to us.
Are you drunk, Kyle?
No.
No!
I'll tell you how indie Slime World is. There isn't even a fucking Wikipedia entry for it. That's how you know it's indie. But well, I would consider any of the Pixel Junk games to be both indie and successful, full-blown releases. I really enjoy.
You know what my favorite Pixel Junk game was?
What?
Star Fox.
That wasn't made by Pixel Junk.
Made by Dylan Cuthbert
That doesn't count.
as like engineer.
Yeah,
That's not true.
He worked on that.
Well, fucking pull up Wikipedia.
He worked on that.
Yeah.
I thought you knew about the whole Dylan Cuthbert thing.
No, I just thought he had. I thought he was talking about Pixely Dicks with his Pixel Junk games, but. Oh, great! I did not know that he had worked on Star Fox.
Yeah,
I need to read.
That probably
I-
changes
He
things
used to
for
work
you.
with Nintendo.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Pixel Junk is like 30 people, right?
I thought it was one person.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry,
It's
Gordon.
not just Dylan. I don't even think he.
You think
developed-
somebody that would be as adverse on the internet, like to delete all their ideas and everything, would know something about somebody like this, but maybe they just wanted to think that somebody was as indie as them and put games on PS. Excuse me.
Are you crying or burping?
It's a combination of both.
It's like I can't tell with you.
Yeah, I didn't mean to fuck that up. I thought you knew that shit.
I actually did not know that at all.
Sorry, man. Yeah, he really got some people bent out of shape a couple years ago by submitting into the IGF.
Submitting, he was a finalist.
Yeah, he was a finalist, right? He made those games with like 30, 40, 50, 70 other people.
Yeah, that's a Wikipedia page. Todd's Adventures in Slime World.
See, that's why you rate. See, this is one of those
Platforms:
things.
Atari Lynx, Sega Genesis.
I told you.
I thought you were full of shit.
Why would you think he's not lying?
That
Oh my
game's.
God.
I
Have you
can't
guys-
tell if he's
I
insane.
wanted Gorby
I
on the
can't tell if
show.
he's insane or
And
not.
Matthew's being such an ass about it.
Is he?
For any of you guys that haven't
My
played,
personal safety feels at risk when I hang out with Gorby. I'm not gonna lie.
Whatever, he's fine.
Matthew,
oh my God.
you're just
not gonna
Gorby, you
shank
can come
anyone.
back anytime.
No, damn.
speaking of Shank, have you guys ever heard of that game?
Yeah.
I know a couple of people that worked on that.
Oh wait. There's a game coming out called Shank.
Well, there's
but
a
it's
Shank.
spelled differently.
There's a game called Shank, spelled Shanke.
Right. That's the one you're talking about.
That my friend
Shunk.
Patrick Bergschneider and my other friend Sean White worked on. Who
Yeah, we
also
work with Sean White.
Yeah, Sean White actually works at Flashbang, and I met.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah, you guys canned his ass.
He's going to Unity.
Yeah, we fired the shit out of him when he went to work for Unity.
Yeah, some indie he was working for.
Yeah,
some.
that's why we fired him, because he was playing Pixel.
Yeah, like there was one day I walked in, and it was a Friday. It was the 15th, and I'm like, "Hey, Sean, here's your paycheck." Oh, wait a minute, what? You're pulling a paycheck? It's not fucking anything. I fired him right there. Couldn't deal with it.
Well, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
How many of you guys have ever lived in an abandoned train yard? Oh, that's a question to the fucking chat community. How many of you guys have done that? How indie is that? If you guys haven't done that,
He's pointing over here at the chat.
yeah. Fucking answer that question. I wish. Fuck you. Do it then. I need to go do something real quick involving my penis.
I told you it was a mistake to bring him on.
No, it was not.
God damn it.
He's doing his own thing, and he's super weird, but at least he's doing it. And you're being a total asshole to him.
You kind of are. You said that your
You're being a
personal
total
safety felt
dick.
threatened.
I feel threatened
He's
around him.
nervous as
You
fuck.
know what
He's
I
nervous as
don't feel?
fuck.
You know why I don't feel threatened? Because fucking Dan DeBar is here. Actually, Dan's drunk. That's probably makes you feel more nervous.
Well, we've only got a little while left, so when he comes back, we're being an asshole to him.
I don't know.
He's never going to be on the show again, then he's going to, like, delete himself when the game's done.
Dude, if he kills himself after this,
He's not going to kill
I'm gonna
himself.
feel personally
He's
culpable.
not going to kill himself.
Alright.
He wants to get his game done and then move on.
Dude, his game's a pipe dream.
No, it's not. It's 47% done.
Dude, he opened it up in Flash and showed it to me. It's it's not Unity, it's Flash, and B, it was just animation. There was no code. I was like, "Are you using
That's
AS2 or
what the last
AS3?" And
10%
he's like,
is.
"What?"
That's what the last 10% is. All his milestones at the end are when the gameplay happens.
His code is stop, play, and go to and play. It's like he's changing the frame head in Flash.
Then help him instead of just laughing at it. Shut up.
I opened the closet door thinking that it was.
Dude, this is a security system in that door. Did you see it?
That's what that was?
Yeah.
It looked like a terrorist bomb.
No, that's actually Dan DeBar being crazy.
I'll give you a little bit of that view. That's how I make my money, I'm sorry.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know you can make that much
This
money
is
on
so
Adult
planned
Friend
up.
Finder.
Yeah, don't make
Sun
the chat.
City.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What is it? Is it bad news?
No, it's just people talking to themselves. I want to support
Someone
everybody.
say
People
it's
want to
planned.
support you.
That's
Someone
awesome.
say
So yeah, if I do want to support you, given the fact that you don't post anything to the internet for more than a month, can I like how do I follow Gorby News?
Well, there's a couple different ways that I do try to like extend things out to people that want to invest money in me, which still makes me feel dirty. Like, what I'll actually do to do the money thing is I'll pretend to be somebody that has a physical ailment for Make-A-Wish, and I'll have them send me birthday cards full of money. And when I get those birthday cards full of money, I was like, gotcha. I'm an independent game developer.
That doesn't make you feel dirty, but like starting a Kickstarter would make you feel dirty.
Kickstarter is the Make-A-Wish Foundations for fucking assholes. That's what it
Oh, look at
is.
the Dan Tabar.
Of course he interrupts.
What did I interrupt? Sorry, it's my birthday. Sorry.
It just got a lot more hunky in here.
Can I just start like?
You can, but it's recorded. On
Okay.
the
Wow.
We were just interviewing Gorby
Gorby? Who's that?
Gorby.
over here.
Oh, this is Gorby.
Yeah.
I didn't know your like screen name. Sorry.
No, that's not my screen name.
name.
That's my actual name, asshole.
Damn. And I just got a picture from you. Gorby.
Are you drunk, Dan?
I'm a little drunk.
Dan must be a little drunk.
I'm a little drunk. I'm not doing the absent. Though. Are you,
Yeah,
is that official?
No, you're right. It was a tiny.
I'm not doing that. That's what I'm saying.
No,
You
we're
guys are
good.
drunker than I am.
Well, we're gonna finish our
Okay, do it.
Dan
Sorry.
Tabar /
Sorry.
Gorby interview. Is there any questions for Dan while Dan's here?
Well, Dan's
No,
here.
I don't want questions.
Bullshit.
You're all gonna be on
Dan's
my
like-
game, which is not out yet.
What game are you working on?
Oh, that's some bullshit. I don't know.
Games.
Games.
So how many pipe dreams do you have in the pipe? 2.
That's a trick question.
What, you're working on more than one game?
Yeah, I just announced.
That's not very indie of you to work on more than one game at a time.
Actually,
I'm outsourcing the second game, which is even less indie.
Are you out?
This guy in Slovakia is working on it.
He's
You're not-
taking
Wait a minute.
Seriously.
There's other indie exporting options other than Micronesia.
Pretty much. Apparently.
Like Yap has a huge indie games community. Now, maybe you guys
Where?
have gone to Micronesian Independent Game Source or MIGS, also confused with Montreal Independent Game Summit. Unfortunately,
I don't think these things are true.
you've never been to
I think this is
Micronesia.
the absinthe talking right now.
Have you ever been
Am I
to the
right?
island of Yap? That's what I thought.
No.
My father was there.
You're talking about Isle of Man?
Oh, you
Isle
guys-
of Man is a real place.
Yeah. You mean,
The island of Yap also is a fucking place.
I'm gonna look that shit up right now.
it's a good.
You better fucking look up the Teague Source chat room. Look up Micronesia/Yap on your Google tubes right now.
I don't think you should be drinking, sir.
I drove a bike
Let me get my fucking picture.
to the bus stop and took the light rail here, so I don't think it matters how much I drink because you can't get a DUI on a
Actually,
bike.
you can.
Not in Sun City.
I'm
I'm still riding faster than 45% of the people that live there. Apparently, everybody over the age of 85's computer
Okay, so the
and
internet
oh, wait.
says Yap's real.
I told you guys.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's
I
lying all
knew
the
this. Matthew's the one totally.
Oh, so
dicking
I'm the
here.
dick still.
Yeah, because he's saying shit. Just shut this door so Dan doesn't get naked and run through here.
Yap is fucking real. My dad lived there when he was a Baha'i faith, which is fucking random. If you guys know what Baha'i is, it's like Mormonism only mixed with aliens, mixed with Scientology, mixed with the last Starfighter. That's what that fucking religion is.
That's real.
On top of that, he was in the Coast Guard, and that's how I found out about that. And he's like, hey, guess what? There's an independent game community there. What are you talking about, Dad? They have an independent game of electronic talking battleship, which is a totally different type of game because it's more about electronic talking canoe ship, which quite possibly is better than battleships. But you actually just throw gigantic gasoline-filled water balloons at the different things. I sunk your goddamn canoe ship.
Someone said, hey Gorby, take my battleship on Dog Friend Finder.
Well, I don't know what your actual phone number is, 7461, but if you want to post that to the chat, I will call you right now and give you my screen name. I'm waiting for you.
I don't think you're going to post
I'm
his phone
waiting for
number.
you. I'm waiting for you.
Well, I got another
I'm waiting for you.
12 minutes to wait.
I'm waiting for you.
Oh, there's his phone number.
Oh, nice.
Can we put you on speakerphone?
Yeah, put him on speakerphone.
212.
Probably just like a pizza place.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's one of the best two videos.
Not
Yeah,
in service. You're not going to get any pictures of my body
Hold on now.
from
You've
there.
been banned once from Ustream, so keep it.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, don't get naked on Ustream. I don't like that.
Or don't draw a picture of a penis on the shared whiteboard.
Sorry
TIG
about
Radio.
that.
They do that?
Yeah, we got banned once.
We were broadcasting a live whiteboard, and I drew a dick, and they banned us for it.
Yeah. Well, that phone number doesn't work, so I think it was probably made up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got a text message from that number.
What?
It says, hey.
This is all it says.
That's all it says.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it actually worked.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions for Gorby?
So were you raised as Baha'i faith?
No. I was raised Mormon.
Ouch.
That would have probably explained a couple of the things.
That's why I love old people so much, and why I love adult sperm finders so much, as well as adult
Wait,
chimp
did you say
finders.
adult friend finder or adult sperm finder?
Both.
AdultSpermFinder.com.
God damn it.
I don't mean to laugh. I think it's all the beer I've been
This is
drinking.
the most surreal TIG Radio to date.
Why is it surreal? What makes it surreal?
You don't ever wonder why everybody around you
Gets
wonders if
uncomfortable?
they're fucking
Try
dreaming?
that one. Okay, there's another phone number.
It's another 212. What area code is 212?
New York.
We're gonna find out.
How do you just know that? Oh, just, can look up.
Do you regret perestroika? I don't know what that means.
It was the restructuring of Soviet Russia.
Well, actually, I do very much regret that. But I wasn't in charge of it, so there you go.
You actually do it for
It's ringing.
swindle old people. We've been over that. Oh, it's stand to bar again.
It's ringing when nobody's answering.
Well, that probably is a pizza place, but they gave it away.
It's a fax machine.
Put it in speakerphone.
Oh god, AOL.
I'm calling you guys for real. Hey, wait a minute.
4 years of my
Why
life.
don't you guys call? Why don't you guys call Gorby? I'll take your calls.
Hey Gorby, what's going on?
What's up, dude?
Do you mind if Dan takes your picture, Gorb?
Yes, I do mind.
Don't take his picture.
Please
It's
don't.
too late, buddy.
He
Please
doesn't.
don't. Please
He doesn't
don't.
even. He barely likes being on camera.
Yeah, he said 3 panic attacks today.
Oh shit.
Well, one of them was when I was urinating from all the beer I've been drinking.
Yeah, that'll happen.
This is going to be the worst episode of your guys' podcast, I think, to date.
I think it might be the best. I think it'll be.
Well, fucking Dan is like.
Let's see if
acting like the
anybody. I
CISO
put
of
my phone
Spider-Man.
number. That is my real phone number on TIGRadio. If you guys want to call in and talk to me for real, just go ahead and call in. You guys have 9 minutes and counting.
How many people are in there?
Do you live off of
Three.
Starlight Foundation scam money? What's Starlight Foundation? What do you actually do apart from make games? I do all kinds of different things. I ride a bike. I write in my journal. I take pictures of abandoned train yards, which I wish I lived in. What else do you want to know? Do you need to know my blood type, Mr. Scruffs?
Well, there's some bars around Sun City, right? But they're mostly
Yeah, do
like
you
the-
drink?
They're called CBs or cougar bars, where a bunch of 70-year-olds hang out like, hey, I've got a powdery vagina. Why don't you come over to my house and see if you can fix that problem?
I don't think 70-year-old women are cougars.
Will I change my
40-year-old
number
women.
very soon? No, I want you guys to call me. You guys can post this fucking thing on Teague Source if you want. I will battle you to the death. But I will probably change my number after this. I don't want my identity known.
Crystal.
What the?
People,
That was a girl on the internet. See what you did?
no-
nobody's
here.
called.
There's no
So
girl
will you
here.
change your number very soon? No, I might. I don't know.
Well, the internet's full of cowards.
Yeah. I think that's actually the biggest thing I've learned from being on this radio show is that the internet's full of cowards.
Yeah, you don't have to.
The internet's full of cowards and they hate success and it doesn't make any sense.
Here.
Crystal, the show's not about you. Keep your voice down.
Yeah, shut up. I'll take radio so we got 5 minutes left.
It's as indie as censored. You guys hear me a little bit more buttery if I hold it up this close? Knowing my phone number is pretty indie because if you guys want to talk to me about being indier than indie, you guys can call me.
Call my pretend call.
Obviously, no one's taking it seriously, so fuck them.
Awesome. I'm glad it's very buttery for you. Prep, whatever your name is, KG. Yeah.
How, Dads?
No, he lives in Sun City.
I don't-
It's old ladies.
I hate success too. That's why I delete all my bullshit off there.
What do you do on
Call me on the cell phone. Call me on it.
We're just gonna wait here for 5 minutes while people call.
Get up like this. Just call it. Just call it. Call it. One of you guys please call me. I think it'll be awesome.
What?
We're gonna have to ask him to leave.
You guys
No,
need
we're
me to
not.
leave?
No, we're good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna ask Ben to leave?
No, yeah, but yeah, of course.
No, he's being.
Well, someone please call me. Indie people don't fart, you fucking ass face.
Why don't they fart?
Why do I go against my beliefs so frequently? Because that's what indie people do. Like, they just are the most wishy-washy, bullshit, retarded, monkey-faced, backdoor, RoboCop, and angelic, beautiful, buttery, lobster-mouthed humans. Like, that's how this whole thing works. I'm gonna hold this pose as long as I can.
Until somebody calls you.
Yeah, so nobody's called yet.
Oh man, this absinthe smells delicious.
So, do you guys have anything? Do any of you guys have any new games coming out?
Us?
Yeah, well, you
Dude,
guys
I don't
should,
work on games anymore. I do back-end programming.
well, you guys should plug whatever stuff you have. This is the end of the show. We only have 5 more minutes left.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on the new GDC session submission process.
I've been working on a Game Maker game.
I'm making a Flash game.
I'm making a bro game. It's designed for bros.
Is it called bro game? Well, it makes people regrow their hair.
Their body hair.
Nah, what game you working on?
I was actually working with my brother Adam on The Big Dig, a game about archaeology.
You get points for
You guys are actually making a
tattoos
game?
across here.
He is.
And here.
Yes,
and
just
here.
stamp them on
Yeah.
points.
Oh, someone's calling!
This is Gorby Timpson.
Put on speaker.
What's going on? Hold on, let me put you on speakerphone so you'll be on TIGRadio. Can you? Alright. What's up?
Oh, wow, there's incredible lag. Hi, it's Ian / Peevish. How's it going, everybody?
Hey,
It's going.
hey, we're here.
Good. How's your game going?
What? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me?
Well, you're holding the phone, aren't you?
Well, it's a speakerphone, so there's like a crowd of at least 6 people around it.
How's everybody's game going?
Everybody in games?
Yeah, I think everybody's doing pretty good. How's your game? How's your game going?
It's beginning, still.
Cool.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's as loud as it gets.
Oh. Suck.
What was your name again? It was Impoverished 44 or something?
No, my name's Ian. Peevish in the chat. I haven't said anything for a while.
Oh, okay. It's hard to read because I have these gigantic glasses on, and even with this little microcomputer. I don't know if you guys can see that on the chat window, but this thing is very, very small, and then the font is like at least 10 point.
Yeah, I saw it peek in over the side. Is that a netbook?
Yeah. It's a Dell netbook.
Yeah, but it's running Mac OS 10, apparently.
Good.
What can we do for you, caller? Do you have a question?
Yeah, do you have another
He did
question?
the audio essay last week.
Oh, this is him? Okay.
No, do you have a question?
No.
Yeah, what
I mean, yeah.
what is your favorite time to put a swimsuit on?
My favorite time to put a swimsuit on is 7:13 in the evening.
Well, you can find me on adultfriendfinder.com. My username is gorbyshorts.com/adultfriendfinder/org.
You could also answer.
I didn't mean to hang up on you. I'm sorry. You can call back if you wanna talk to me again.
You hung up on him?
I didn't mean to. I meant to like turn it up and I hit the slide button, which was also the hang up button.
I hope there's.
I'm sorry, Peevish. I'm sorry, Peevish. I'm sorry, Peevish.
That provocative conversation.
Gorby shorts. You guys want to see my Gorby shorts?
No.
I didn't mean
No.
to do that, Peevish.
You know, I'm gonna pull a naked a little bit later, though.
Yeah. I'm gonna get very Tabar at Dan Tabar's party.
My favorite time to go swimming is on my. Oh wait, no. What was the question?
Favorite time to put on your swimsuit.
What's your
favorite time to put on my swimsuit is on my period.
Gross! I hate girls so much!
I know.
Oh, so glad
I
I'm gay as hell.
got bro hammer.
You guys can play my game on September 32nd. Just kidding. You guys can play it probably. I want to release it before GDC next year. But as of right now, the tentative release date. The tentative release date is the day before Thanksgiving when all the Indians were murdered.
So I heard you were kicked out of the CA program. Tim and Ian kicked you out. Is that true?
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I thought we said we wouldn't talk about that.
There's a lot of stuff we said we wouldn't talk about, and then we went ahead and did.
It's already
Well,
6:59.
this involves.
I know, it's only one more minute.
Do you guys need to plug anything else?
No, I don't.
We could plug TIGRadio.com, the premier live format.
I have
radio show.
a really random friends website. They have like this website called Blurst. I think you guys might be involved with it.
We were. The
Yeah.
last Burst game was released October 1st.
It's been a while. We've kind of sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
sold out
am a
the
never
poverty.
nude. How did you?
Well,
This also Disney Corporation.
looks like it's about 7 o'clock.
All right, I love you guys.
They're not short enough.
Thanks for listening to me be an idiot on TIGRadio.
Yeah, we might make you a regular host. Oh, God. TIG Radio is hosted by Matthew Wegner, Ben Reese, and Tommy's doing Father's Day stuff because he's got
Don't
a
forget
father.
Gorby Timpson.
You're not
Fathers.
You're not hosting.
Well,
Special
I guess I'm
thanks to our
guessing.
guests.
Yeah, special thanks to Gorby for
Gorby, our
Totally
guest.
didn't have to come
Keep an eye on Gorby.
I made the
Rising.
website.
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle made the
website.
website, and Danny, who's not here, I don't think. Although he lives in Phoenix, which is where the power
we
structures.
only paid him his company $150K to make the TIGRadio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a
Which is a
fat
good deal.
contract.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Tempe government for that one.
Yeah.
Go Tempe! Go Tempe! All right, Gorby. TIGRadio is probably sponsored by Nobody and Absinthe. And see you guys next week. Go Gorby!